presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to John in Austin, Texas. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, man?
I'm so good I can't stand it. How about you?
Good, man.
God bless you. All of God's best to you and your family.
Wow.
You teach us how to make money. You are such a man of integrity and honesty.
Right.
I so admire what you do in your show, and you just deserve a whole lot of credit. And the other thing is you would be hard-pressed to invest in something that's going to bring you a better return than that gold report. It is fantastic, buddy. I just so appreciate you helping us make money.
I appreciate it, man.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our quotes. This is from Walter Anderson. Believe in something big. Your life is worth a noble motive. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 158, NASDAQ up 34, S&P's up 17, gold contract down $3, trading at $1,291 an ounce. Silver off a penny at $19.38 an ounce. Platinum up $8 at $1,474 an ounce. Copper down 2.5 pennies at $3.13 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.45, trading out at 103.78. You have bonds. The 10-year down 6 ticks at 125.26. 30-year off 15 at 136.25. King dollar up 22 ticks, trading at 80.11. The euro up down 15 at 136, and the yen flat at 101.14. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? I'll tell you, it's just amazing. This S&P just won't give it up. So, up $14.50. We're at $18.88. Bottom line, $576 million. You know, we came down on $800 million. Yesterday, you did $649 million. Today, we do $576 on the way up. If we take a look at the SPY, the SPY, what you're going to see in the SPY is this. The SPY did 85 million shares. She's over the downdraft. The downdraft that was created on the 15th. The tie of that downdraft, folks, was 188.72. The gap that was in there is 188.79. You're at 189.13. That's saying, guess what? The high is going to be hit again. Amazing. Trend basically is still up at these highs. Volume downtown. That's saying we're going downtown. We'll see how this shakes out. Dow Industrials. What do you have with the Dow? Dow comes up 158 points today. Dow still needs quite a bit in order to basically get up over that downdraft. That downdraft is 16,662, so that's another 130 points. The Dow is still in the lower range. Once it had broken down on the 15th, that's in that lower range. Now, NASDAQ Composite. What do we have with the Composite? Composite today is up 34 bucks. 1.6 billion, and that's what will come down with 1.8, 1.9. What if we take a look at the three Qs? What you have in the NDX 100 is this. NDX 100 did 33 million shares, and she's going into 131. We're coming into Thursday. So Friday's going to be a short deal. I suspect what you're going to see is going to creep up on light volume coming into the Memorial Day weekend. That's the way this is set up right now. Gold contract. What we have with gold is this. Gold rejected lower price out here today. Once again, had lighter volume. We did 122,000 contracts. We are trading out at 1291.80. That's saying gold still wants to make this run for the 1328. They can't seem to break it down. Trying to break it down each and every day. Just doesn't have the juice in order to break it down, the volume behind that move. Silver. We go take a look at the silver market. What we have with silver, same type of setup. Silver today was a sideways move. We did 28,000 contracts. Silver's trading out here at the 1939. She looks like, we need wide price spread accelerated volume in both the silver and the gold contract. We don't have sellers at the lows, but we certainly don't have buyers yet either. Bond market. Bond market continues to have buyers. We take a look at the 10-year first, and what you have with the 10-year is this. She goes sideways today, does 1.2 million shares. You know, this price spread out here basically was from the highs to the lows. We did 126.03 to the high, 125.18 to the low. We closed out at 125.25. 30-year bond we did with the 30-year. And take a look at the 30-year. She basically, she rejected lower price. She's building cars for higher price. You're down 16 ticks. We did the volume of short volume. She's coming into 530,000 contracts, and she did 324,000 contracts. King Dollar. We go take a look at King Dollar. What we have with King Dollar is this. King Dollar's trading out. Look at that moving King Dollar. That's interesting. Let's see what this. Okay, so King Dollar tries to make a run for the 80.37. 80.40 was the swing high that it spiked on the 15th. We did another spike in here, and we did a spike with volume. That's saying that King Dollar wants to trade up to this 81.50 mark. That's the way this is shaking out right now. So if we take a look at that intraday, that's when it come out. So intraday, what we have with King Dollar, that was probably when the Fed minutes come out, because when the Fed minutes come out, you had some volatility. No, it was before the Fed minutes comes out. It was 13:10. Bottom line, the Fed minutes come out from the last meeting, and it's basically status quo. That's what it really came down to. This is kind of interesting. What you did have out here today is, so check this out. This is someone's making a large bet. And what the bet is, folks, it's a $13 million bet in the option market that the VIX is going to get over 19 within 4 months. There was one trade that was put on today. It was a bullish spread. And what a spread is that you're basically buying one to sell one. Bottom line, it cost a lot of this trade here ended up costing $13 million. And what the trade was, they bought 150,000 contracts that the VIX would close over 19. And let's go pull that up, and we'll take a look at this right now. The third week of September, because it's a 4-month deal. What you do have every third Friday of the month, that's when they expire. So what you have is this. We're at 11.98 right now. The last spike that we had in the VIX, that was on the 11th of April. The VIX had got to 1785. The last time that got over 19 was on the downdraft into February. The VIX had got to 2146. So that's quite a bet. There's no doubt about it. And you never know whether that bet is just insurance and it's a large funder insurance, or it's just a flat-out bet. So it's been very few times that, well, let's see. If we bring this up, 2012, I think it's a decent bet. Man, it's a lot of money, though. There's no two ways about it. That is a big number. Let's go take a look at some of the Dow stocks out here. So, let's go to the small caps first. We look at IWM. Because what hasn't changed here is this. Well, the IWM, still dead meat in an extraordinary way, too. A sideways move out here today. Small caps are building cars. They're building cars to blow away the 107.27. That's on the IWM. If you take a look at the Russell 2000, the actual index, what we did yesterday, folks, is this. We came into the swing point with expanded volume. Yesterday we did 327 million shares going into 292 million shares. Bottom line, that is saying that, number one, it wants to get down to that level. If the small caps, the Russell 2000, breaks that level, the price projection is 950. That 950 would be a 22% correction off the high. The high in the Russell thus far is 1212, and right now we're at 1103. If we do pull that Russell back a bit, we take a look at where 950 is. 950 gets you down. I think it's going to be the October low, right? Let's see. It's actually the May 2013 level. So we'll see how that little baby shakes out. The NASDAQ composite, nothing's changed in the NASDAQ composite. This is the composite says 41.31. The high out there is 43.71. What you do have is that no doubt the S&P basically is at highs. You're coming into the weekend, and this high, if we take a look at the SPY, is definitely going to be, you're right next to it. The high in the SPY right now is 190.42. That was generated on the 13th. And, we're at 189.13. That baby will probably get tested. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We hit the Dow, finish up 158. NASDAQ up 34. S&P's up 17. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Wouldn't it be great if you could get a red light, green light indicator that gives you signals on 25 different future contracts? Now you can with Taz Signal Box. This red light, green light market profile system dynamically updates 24 hours a day and provides you with important trend and trade signals on 9 different commodities, 9 different indices, and 8 different currencies. Right now, you can receive a free 2-week trial to Taz Signal Box. For all the details and to find out how the Signal Box works, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 158, NASDAQ up 34, S&P's up 17. And as we do each and every, it's a Wednesday. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? I'm telling you, time flies, folks. As we do each and every Wednesday, we've got our man, Mr. Darryl Martin. And don't forget, folks, Darryl is an outstanding show every day right here, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, come over to our website at TFNN. You can see the banner on the top, on the side. You can hit that banner, bring up the platform. It'll take all of 5 minutes. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. You can trade it each and every day. Darryl trades it each and every day. Friday morning, Darryl and I at 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock have another program. We're trading it right there. Outstanding platform, high volatility. You've heard the commercial many times. Your trade is your stop. Darryl Martin, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
Doing great. So it was an awesome day in trading, and I'm putting together these article series. I write for Yahoo Finance.
Yes.
And I got this article series going on. It's about all these just misconceptions that traders have.
Okay.
About the spreads.
Yes.
And about the binaries and all that.
Okay.
And so, I saw this post the other day on a forum that it's actually one of the bucket shop binary forums.
Okay.
And I have the largest thread on there. It's all about Nadex, so it's like the enemy, but they're really cool. They let me come in there and post away. And some guy's posting about how wide the bid-ask spread is, and it's so ridiculous, and everything moves so slow, and he didn't understand the spreads.
Yes.
And so I wrote this whole response. I'm going to turn this thing into an article. And so one of the false assumptions I put up is that a spread and a future are not the same thing. So now they trade very, very similar in the sense of you can buy one when it goes up, you make money.
Right.
When it goes down, you lose money. Whatever, depending on the direction you're in.
Sure.
So different between where you buy and sell. But one is an option and one is a future. So one will have a little bit of premium in there. We talk about that. That's where the scanner comes into place.
That's right.
It makes that a lot easier to do.
Right.
People look at the bid-ask spreads and they're like, wait a minute. You're telling me that I have a 5-tick wide bid-ask spread on the ES, okay?
Yes.
And they're like, I only have 1 tick when I trade on the futures. I'm like, well, understand, one, that Nadex ticks in 0.1.
Right.
So it's really only a 0.5 versus a 0.25. So you're talking putting up, if you did 5 contracts, $25 instead of $12.50.
Right.
But with capped risk and with less margin.
Exactly.
If I go over and then I did a comparison on Russell. Russell's a lot less liquid, future and, comparable to ES and option. I went over and compared the bid-ask spread on that if you did 10 contracts. And it cost $80 to do a Russell option on the ICE exchange, if you can even get access to them with your broker. Most brokers, even Thinkorswim doesn't have them turned on.
Okay.
Where it cost $5 average of spreads. If you did 10 spreads, it's actually $30 less on Nadex on your bid-ask spread. You're actually saving money trading the Nadex spread options instead of trading the Russell options, and they're easier to access.
Now,
so
go ahead. Sorry.
But basically, just trying to make these points of the bid-ask spread actually is very acceptable. It's actually cheaper than most other option markets out there. You get daily options versus only weekly options. You get higher delta. You pay less theta.
Right.
It's not a future. It's very similar to a future because it's the same day, so that delta goes to 1.
That's right. And when they're in the money, they're flying just like futures, man.
So it's like getting the benefits of futures and the benefit of options combined together.
And what has happened, folks, is this: is that when we're talking about the bid-ask and the ticks, what you'll see, and you're starting to see it more and more, and I had it happen to me today, which was nice, is that when you have a market maker on each side. Okay, if you're trading this product right now, if you're just trading the S&Ps, which I like trading, there's normally 50 on each side. Okay, now what has happened is that you, as the individual trader, can go in the middle of these spreads. Now, in the middle, it's not. Let's say if I back down, I went back a month ago, 2 months ago, you really wouldn't get taken out in the middle of the spread unless the market maker was coming up to your, let's say if I wanted to buy something cheaper or sell something cheaper, and I'd put it below the market maker bid. What would end up happening until the market came to me, bottom line, I wouldn't get taken out. Now, That has changed. Not a lot yet, but it's changing. So today inside that S&P, Darryl, right? I was watching, and I had it go in 3 ticks for a while, and I could see it was another retail client taking me out. You know what I'm saying? But at least they were taking me out, and it was I was getting taken out 1, 2 at a time. But the bottom line, they were taking me out. So that what you're going to see, folks, as this gets bigger, it's going to keep getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and then it's not bad even on the future comparison level. That's correct, which is really sweet.
I mean, we're talking 2 ticks versus 1 tick, but I mean, I've came in, and I think you've seen this also. I may have had it up on the show like a couple weeks ago. I was trading, and the bid-ask spread was 50 cents.
Right.
So I mean, you're talking like, on 5, you're talking about a $2.50 bid-ask spread, way tighter than ES.
Right.
Now, that's, due to market makers competing, and that's due to traders competing to get that better bid and offer.
Exactly.
So it's all about that free enterprise competition on the same exchange.
It is.
And so they have 2 market makers now. They're working on they're in, but they're working on full throttle.
Yep.
And they get more and more. Obviously, they have to get in there. They have to get all their little things worked out. And I actually put an article up. I threw it in the den there. I actually wrote about how market makers help traders pay less. So
that's a fact. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
And so it's pretty cool. It's just as you learn these things, you get in there, but. I've seen so many, forum posts. I'll go on, I'll hop, and I'll see what people are posting.
Yes.
And a lot of just to correct it, because it's people go, why are you doing all this? Well, it's sort of selfish, okay? Because the less misperceptions there are out there.
Oh, yeah.
The more people who will trade on Nadex.
Right.
The more people who trade on Nadex, the more market makers come.
The
more market makers come, the more people who trade on Nadex. Guess what? That means I get tighter bid-ask spreads, I get more liquidity and more size. So as a trader, I benefit the more people who trade on Nadex.
There's no doubt, man.
So it's sort of cool. Getting to help push this exchange forward and help it out in any way I can, because in the end, I love trading on it. I want to make it as good as possible in any way that I can improve it. And when does a chance like that come along where you actually get to do something like that? So it's sort of cool.
It's huge, man. It's huge. And it doesn't matter, folks, whether you're doing the S&P, commodities, currencies, they're all out there. And the oil contract, what's going to get really interesting right now is that oil, folks, I was talking about this yesterday, it looks to me like it's going to be 3 drives to the top. Now you had the pop up here today, and it's going to, let me just see this contract, CLN. Okay, perfect. Okay. So I'd let it go hit this, probably get up, probably, it was 104.29 today. I'd like to see it get tested one more time, maybe a little bit higher. But if you're trading oil on the Nadex platform, it blows my mind, man. I mean, you can really, just so you get an idea of the difference, folks. So check this out. You can, if you want to trade in the future market, it's $3,100 a contract, right? Well, now, granted, if
for day trading, it'd be less, but yeah.
That's right. But if you're trading the aspect of a couple hours, they have the 2-hour ones, they have the 5-hour ones in oil. The bottom line is you're talking like all of, $180 on a spread for $1,000 on 10 contracts. So it's pretty amazing. Listen, folks, don't forget, Daryl's got a great program each and every day, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Daryl and I have a program right here Friday morning, 10 to 11. Once you get the Nadex platform app, folks, check it out. Scan it right at TFNN. Daryl, you have a great one, a safe one. Look forward to the show tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Come right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com. 。
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Andy Hecht has just announced a live 90-minute webinar that he'll be hosting Saturday, June 7th from 9:30 till 11 a.m. Eastern Time, entitled Energy Opportunities During the Summer of 2014. With the frigid winter having depleted some key energy stockpiles, Russian political tensions high, and the storm season for the Gulf setting up to reverberate through energy markets worldwide, opportunities could present themselves over the summer months that could provide huge payoffs. When you sign up, you'll gain immediate access to a 7-page report Andy has put together as an introduction to what he'll be covering, so you can start preparing and get a feel for what Andy will be discussing live during the workshop on Saturday, June 7th. Andy will be advising his attendees of at least one trading recommendation in each area, including crude oil, natural gas, coal, and refining spreads and oil products. The best part is that this live 90-minute webinar is only $99. Don't wait. Sign up today and reserve your spot while gaining instant access to Andy's 7-page report right now. For all the details, visit the front page of TFNN.com. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We had Caterpillar up $1.38. You had Boeing up $1.38. IBM was up $1.50. These Dow stocks, let's see. So inside the Dow Industrials today, let's see if we had anything that was down. Yeah, you had Ma Bell and Walmart. That was the only two stocks that were down. Let's go to Mike in Dallas. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Thanks for taking my call. I missed Daryl, but I wanted to just tell you real quick on that crude trade through Nadex.
Yes.
And I bought the 103 to 106 spread, and I got it for $7 and made $1,000.
And that's amazing because the pop here was.
I mean, it's just. I mean, for me to have done that on the futures, it would have cost.
Forget it. Yeah,
$20,000.
Yeah, and the pop was incredible, folks. This morning, that's the numbers came out this morning. The market didn't react to them right away. Within 30 minutes, though, the market basically took off, and it took off from a price point of 103.08 up to the 103.85, 104.29. Which it doesn't seem like a lot, folks, but that number is extraordinary, and the tick value is extraordinary. So I know how these things trade. So you must have just really getting your mind blown looking at the platform as the bread was going up, right?
Well, it was incredible, and you all do a great job. That's another thing I wanted to add, and. I used to do futures until I ran into NADAX.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
It's a little bit different, but it's just great. But thank you so much, Tom.
Thanks so much, man. You have a great one. Have a safe one.
You too.
And what does happen, folks, is really intriguing because the platform itself. It seems that I like the S&Ps, trading on the S&Ps on them, but this oil contract is really intriguing to me because what seems to happen is that the risk versus the reward on the contract, and it may have to do with that oil just moves around a lot. So the spread on the contract, let me just give you an idea of the spread in the contract. So when we put, and when I talk the spread, I'm talking the bid versus the offer. So let's say like right now, and let's say that, we had a market that's open, but right now we're at 103.85. What would happen if you're buying in or selling? You can go both ways on this, okay, just so I can explain it. You'd be giving up about, it seems you're giving up about 12 ticks. That's about it, whether you're buying in or selling. Now, 12 ticks is not a lot when you're not putting up huge amounts of money and the other side of the trade, meaning your reward versus your risk, goes up dramatically. So it's intriguing. Like yesterday, the beginning of today, yesterday wasn't a big day out there because, well, at one point I guess it was. It went from 102.42. That would have been big to 101. The day before was kind of flat all day. Most days, though, what you see is that 12 ticks, is nothing. The day before it went 102.49 down to 101.99. That's a good number. Today was a huge number because what you did have today. The storage numbers come out. Storage is down a little. Didn't do anything to the market right away. And then all of a sudden it just took off. It took actually about 30 minutes to take off. And once it took off, it took off in a big way. If we go over and take a look at some of these Dow stocks, we'll start with Big Blue since that's the largest weighting inside the Dow Industrials. Bottom line, up $1.50, no big deal, 2.9 million shares. United Technologies, UTX. We take a look at UTX, what we have with UTX. She was up 3 million shares, same deal, no big deal. Boeing, we take a look at Boeing, what we have with Boeing. She was a sideways move, $1.38. LMT, Lockheed Martin, what we have at Lockheed Martin, she was sideways up $1.32. Yesterday we were talking about the rocket launches, okay? And where is this? This is a pretty intense article. This just come out. Let's see, I'll pull it up under LMT because Russia, no doubt, has us good right now. Okay, so this just came out a few minutes ago. Okay, the U.S. needs to develop a domestic rocket engine to replace the Russian one used in most launches of American military satellites. So picture this. Who was basically not thinking of using Russian rockets to send up our military satellites? That's like insanity. Why would you use anyone else outside of the U.S.? The bottom line is that we did, and we do, and now it's a huge problem. And it gets to the point that and this is a Lockheed Martin Boeing deal. They basically made some kind of a deal with one of the Russian companies. Bottom line, they were claiming that they had plenty of them stored. Well, guess what? They only have 2 years stored. And Russia is basically cutting off the supply. They're vowing to cut off the supply because of the Ukraine. what this report is saying is that if, in fact, they do cut off the supply, that, well, they're saying that we have to get going immediately. It's going to cost us $1.5 billion. And it's not like the Pentagon and Congress didn't know, because Elon Musk has been trying to basically get an order from the Pentagon for quite a while. The report bolsters warnings by Elon Musk, the billionaire chairman and chief executive officer of space exploration technology. Musk has criticized the use of Russian engines by United Launch Alliance, a joint venture of Lockheed Martin and Boeing that handles all of the military launches. Bottom line, you can see it's going to be a huge problem. Let's go to Ronnie in Plant City. Hey, Ronnie, what's going on?
Hey, you have years and years of experience in the market. How come you can't see that the Federal Reserve will never let this market fall? They'll go in and buy 30 stocks at the end of the day, just like they've artificially held this market up for 5 years under Obama. Not that Obama doesn't want a low stock market. He absolutely does. He's not a capitalist. But you cannot deny that the Fed, because perception is everything, and if the market's high, 401ks are fat, people are going to buy big-ticket items. What do you have to say?
And which part do you want me to... You're talking about that. You're saying that that the Fed has easy money, and you're saying that easy money's held up the market, right?
I'm saying that Janet Yellen and prior to her, Ben Bernanke, a.k.a. Sean Connery, with his nice, neat beard, is never going to let this market fall, because the perception is if the market's up, the economy's good. This is Obama's last ace in the hole. The Fed...
Why is it Obama's last? So you figure this is an Obama deal?
I'm saying the president is no capitalist. We all know that. He's a socialist.
Oh, he
is?
I'm saying, he's a socialist?
No, he's a communist.
He's a communist?
He's not the Fed over the years...
Get rid of him. We have oh man, I'll tell you, it's the okay. Let's talk about the Fed, the market, the whole ball of wax, folks. Market up on air, yeah. Has it happened before? Yes. Will it happen again? Yes. All of those. The market, folks, is much larger than basically all the institutions. You know, when you take the aspect of where we are right now, the small cap itself and the NASDAQ have already broken down. The S&P certainly hasn't broken down. The aspect, what is amazing, there's no two ways about that. What is amazing is that this happens over and over and over again. You know, and you can go back to the 1930s, okay? That's just how markets operate. That's the bottom line. That man there thinks that the market's never going to fall down. Well, things basically go up and they go down. And markets, in particular, that are up with no volume come down with a thunder. So, as to our president being the communist or the socialist and all that, that is just all the political rhetoric. If I've learned anything, that Republicans, Democrats, our largest problem in the United States right now is soft money and lobbyists and legal bribery. That's what has happened, unfortunately, is that business-wise, and this is all legal, soft money, lobbyists sell everyone down the tubes. And you can see how this happens. There's certain times during the year that you can see when there's certain issues that the Republicans and the Democrats, they both won't say a word. They both won't say a word, folks, because guess what? They're getting paid so much money from lobbyists that, can't fight then, okay? That's our larger problem, Now, how do you break that? I don't know. It's a tough one to break, because what you do have is that you have, 435 representatives, 104 senators. That's very easy to have a group of people make sure that laws get passed that are advantageous to a group of people. And that's one of the larger problems that we have. 877-927-6648. We had the Dow finish up 158, NASDAQ up 34, S&P's up 16. We're going to be right back, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com. Eastern legend tells of a fair maiden who was offered a rare gift by the king of the land, a bag of pearls. The king promised that she could keep the largest, most perfect pearl she could find with these 3 conditions. 1, choose only 1 pearl. 2, remove 1 pearl at a time, accept or reject it. And 3, if rejected, it would be lost forever. She began by looking at the pearls, passing on many special treasures. She delved deeper into the bag, and soon the pearls were replaced with pebbles. Sadly, she went home empty-handed. Folks, replace pearls with time, because we cannot go back even 2 seconds. We live in the eternal moment of now. So when now are you going to take advantage of my offer to you, a subscription to my daily investment newsletter service, Mastering Probability, where you can experience the most incredible pearls for trading and investing, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator and Strategy. The offer? It gets better. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't go home empty-handed. Mastering Probability. Available on the homepage of TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finish up at 158, NASDAQ up 34, S&P's up 15. And don't forget, folks, on Wednesdays, we have 10 hours of programming. Allie Ford, myself, we do a program from 6 to 7, mindful living, keeping you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Market-wise out here, let's go over and we take a look at the euro, there she is. So euro currency out here, what does she do out here today? She come off the high last week of 139. She's at 136 right now. She broke to another low today. That's saying the euro wants to run down to this 134. In that aspect, that is saying dollar wants to go topside. What has happened thus far, which is still pretty cool, gold and silver has held up. The XAU today, it basically didn't hold a low, okay? It got to a low of 87.88. It climbed up to 88.70. It has to get back inside this 90 bucks. I really want to see it get back inside $90. As it's teetering, the volume is lighter. There's no two ways about that. But it's in a no man's land. And specifically what I mean in no man's land, if volume ever came into this, we could see it down at 81 pretty quickly. If we do look at the HUI, what you have with the HUI, she held up a little bit better. She is at 217.22. Now, she is inside the range. As we come into the weekend, what you're going to see, so you get a picture of something. We're in summer trading, coming into the first large weekend, Memorial Day weekend. What we do have Friday is going to be basically really light volume. So when we take a look at the marketplace, what I expect you're going to see at this particular point, particularly because the S&P's basically we're at highs. That high wants to be tested, and the SPY, you're talking about a 190.42 level. Last time we were up there, we only did 66 million shares. We come off that level with 154 million. So each and every time we're up there, bottom line, it just can't handle it. The first high that was testing when it tested that, folks, on the 13th, was the high that was generated from the 4th of April. That was 189.70. We had done 169 million shares. We went into that with 66 million. Failed. Then you come down with 154 million. Bottom line, that's saying that the S&P basically is going to go south. Hasn't done it yet, no doubt about that. Small caps south in a big way. Let's go take a look at the UK first. Over in the UK, what you had out here today, that was a flat market, up 19. Bottom line, she's still inside her lower range. Her lower range is generated at 68.67. The DAX in Germany that likes to trade just like the NASDAQ. The DAX in Germany was up 58 today. She is at the top of the range. The 97.94 is that number. So that's still $100 away from that high. We go take a look at a couple of high flyers in the U.S. If we start with Apple, what you have, Apple just, it's still up at the 606, but it just doesn't have juice up here. As soon as it got to this 595, it doesn't seem like it could handle higher price. Google, we take a look at Google. Google is trading out here at the 538 level. Let's go take a look at the L1. Yeah, and she's down pretty, she's really down. So check this out. Google's down from 613 to 549. She's doing a dead cat bounce. Google wants lower price. Amazon, what we have with Amazon, that was already off $104. The Amazon can't get out of its way. Amazon is screaming. And something about Amazon that you want to understand. When we came off the lows of 2007, Amazon came off the lows way before the rest of the market. Amazon came off that low. The first experience was April of 2007. Then it tested its low in November of 2008 and never looked back. It went from a price point of 38 up to 400. So it's going to be intriguing to see whether Amazon is the canary in the coal mine that first came off its high also. Its high of 405, you're down $100. Not that that's the end of the world, but on a monthly basis, you're down there with some real juice behind it. If you'd like to test drive either the Market Insights, folks, my daily newsletter, or the Gold Report, you can do that by coming over to our website at TFNN. First, you go to newsletters. If you want to test drive Market Insights, you go to Trading Newsletters. You can test drive Market Insights 2 weeks absolutely free. If you want to test drive the Gold Report, you go to Newsletters. You go to Investment Newsletters. You can test drive the Gold Report for 30 days. You can actually do both of them if you'd like to do that. As we come into next week, what I expect you're going to see, volatility is going to increase. Why is it going to increase? Because what you have each Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday inside the summer, that's when you're going to be able to have some action inside the marketplace. What I do expect we'll see next Tuesday, because of the long weekend, that'll be slow. The small caps is something you want to keep your eye on. If we do look at the Walmart, what we had with Walmart came out with its numbers, broke down, got to a lower low today, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this is going to approach the 72 area. Because what we have with Walmart is that it was in a consolidation, and the consolidation that Walmart was in was basically for 10 years. We broke out of that consolidation. When we broke out of that consolidation, you broke out 2 years ago, which I remember, and each and every time it's getting down into that area, it's like, it doesn't look like it wants to get into it, but it absolutely has no juice above this area also. So it wouldn't take much for Walmart to get back inside 70. You get back inside 70, that could be big problems. I think IBM definitely has big problems. What happened out here today with eBay, the stock was only down 8 pennies, which isn't bad. Bottom line, though, eBay had a huge security problem out here today. What it was, eBay was telling if you have an account in eBay, folks, you want to change your password. They were telling all their account holders. Bottom line is that they had a breach, and they said change them. They had a cyber attack on their accounts and change those passwords ASAP. The way eBay is set up, folks, we had an expansion of volume today. It went down to 50-30, held the price, but we had 17 million versus 19 million. eBay looks like it's going to. Yeah, eBay has actually been in the same consolidation since November of 2011. That gave up the high. It's at the lows, and this little baby, no doubt, looks like that's pretty amazing consolidation. We put this on a monthly basis, and what you're going to see, eBay. Oh, look what it's been doing. Oh, this is a trip. Okay, so what eBay's been doing, folks, is trying to get into the highs of 2004. The correlation is eBay's not going to do it. It's not even close. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it. Step into it. Take ownership of it. Fly with it. You stay right there, folks, because 6 to 7, Allie and I are going to be coming right back. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Look forward to speaking to right here tomorrow. Go get them, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.